Hi, hello, how are you friends? Welcome to MDS Coaching Institute Koratla and I am your coach Mohammad Sohail. So friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the major topic from where the questions can be framed, that is Minto and Morley reforms. It is also known as Morley and Minto reforms and it is also called as Indian Council Act of 1909. Very important topic friends. So listen carefully. Here we will discuss about the reforms in the central legislative and the provincial legislative, means in the state and center. What were the reforms taken up by the Minto and Morley? So here we see in year 1906, Liberal Party came to power in Britain. Prime Minister Campbell became the Prime Minister of London and he was from the Liberal Party. And in that year 1906, in India, Muslim League was also founded by Aga Khan in the same year. And so the Indians were expecting that British government will now think about some giving political freedom to Indians. The Indians were thinking like that because some new constitutional reforms, some major reforms will be taken up by the Britishers to develop, and the political freedom will be given to Indians because Liberal Party came to power in Britain in 1906. That was the background of the formation of Minto-Morley reform. So now here we see who is this Minto and who is Morley. So here we see the Britain, controller of the government of India. The whole control and the power is substituted in the hands of Secretary of State, SOS. We call as SOS, the cabinet minister in the London. He administered the viceroy who is present in India. So at that time the SOS, Secretary of State, was Morley and the viceroy of India was Lord Minto. So it is called as the, so Morley is in higher position than the viceroy Minto. So it is known as Morley-Minto reforms or sometimes Minto-Morley reforms. So it is also known as Indian Council Act of 1909. So these two members prepared the Minto-Morley reforms. So let us see what were the Minto-Morley reforms. So here we will see the administration. In the administration role, the Indian Council Act of 1861. In 1861, Indian Council Act introduced power to issue ordinances. The ordinances can be issued in the Act of 1861 and the ordinance validity will be only 6 months and this power will be given to the only viceroy. Only viceroy had the power to issue the ordinance. And in 1861 there were 6 executive councils and there were home, military, law, revenue, finance and public works. These 6 departments were there in the 6 members were represented in the Executive Council as per the Indian Council Act of 1861. So let us see. And the Muslim League, there is a connection between these two. Muslim League in 1906 formed by Aga Khan, and the two demands of the Muslim League were the major demands that Muslim wants and separate electorate where the representative will be Muslim and the voters will be Muslim, and two Indian should be in Viceroy's Executive Council. One of them will be the Muslim and the another from the Hindu community. So these two demands were put against in front of the British government by the Muslim League. So here we see Indian Council Act of 1909 allowed Indians to join Viceroy's Executive Council. So as you know, Minto-Morley reforms allowed Indians to join the Viceroy Executive Council. So the first member was Viceroy's Executive Council of India was Satyendra Prasanna Sinha. Satyendra Prasanna Sinha was a law member in the Executive Council, in the Viceroy's Executive Council according to the Indian Council Act of 1909. And after the if the Muslim League was disappointed with this decision, because Muslim League demanded the two members should be present in the Viceroy's Executive Council. The one should be Muslim and the another should be from Hindu community. But here Britishers appointed only one person, that is from the Hindu. So Muslim were disappointed. So after Satyendra Prasanna Sinha, the second law member who became the Viceroy's Executive Council member was a Muslim. So let us see the Central Legislature in 1861. How the Indian Council Act of 1861, the structure of the Central Legislature. Here we see the executives. Executives means Viceroy consists of executive. He is a permanent member, and Executive Council. These 6 members are permanent. In 6 of these, one of them given as Indian representative, as I have told earlier. So here additional members, and the minimum 10 executive members, maximum 16 executive members as per the Indian Council Act of 1861. So in these additional members, 6 officials. These 6 officials were nominated by the Viceroy of India, and non-official, these are official 6 members, and the non-official 5 members are also nominated by the Viceroy of India. So this was the structure. So totally here we see Viceroy nominate nearly 11 persons, 5 non-official and 6 official members. And here we see in the additional members, non-official, 1 member should be nominated from the Chamber of Commerce in Calcutta. In Calcutta, the Chamber of Commerce, 1 member should be nominated to the Executive Council, Central Legislature. And the another 4 members should be nominated from provincial assemblies, means states like Bengal, Bombay, Madras and NWFP, Northwestern Frontier Provinces. So this was the structure of the Central Legislature in 1861, and in also the Central Indian Council Act of 1892. There was no major change in Indian Council Act of 1892. So in 1999, which was also known as Morley-Minto reforms, the major reforms had been done in this. So in next we will see Central Legislature in 1909. In 1909, Morley-Minto reforms. In that, Viceroy was an executive and 6 executive members in the council and additional members. Here we will see the 16 members was maximum in the Council Act of 1861, but it extended up to 60 into 60. Now 60 executive members were present in the Central Legislature. So in the additional members we see, before Minto-Morley reforms, there were only 6 officials nominated by the Viceroy, but now after Minto-Morley reforms, 28 members will be nominated by the Viceroy of India and 5 non-official nominated by the Viceroy. So totally Viceroy appointing nearly 33 members. 33 members are nominated by the Viceroy of India. And here we see, so in previous I have told, provincial assemblies like Bengal, Madras, Bombay and Northwestern Frontier Provinces were given 4 members, 4 seats, but it now increased in Minto-Morley reforms up to 12 members should be elected. And in the Chamber of Commerce in Calcutta, only 1 person should be selected, but now in the Chamber of Commerce in Bombay also 2 members were added in this legislature. So one from Calcutta Commerce and one from Bombay Chamber of Commerce. So these 12 persons and plus these 14 persons should be elected by the peoples. These members should be indirectly elected by the peoples. Who have the right to vote at that time? So many less people, like who pay the more tax, who had the more property, who was a businessman, like this person got a right to vote from the Britishers. So not every common man has a right to vote at that time. So this was the structure of Minto-Morley reforms 1909 Central Legislature. So in this continuation part, here we see, so here you see 12 from the provincial assemblies, 2 from the Chamber of Commerce in Calcutta and Bombay, 14, and here we see 12 plus 2, 14, and plus 5 nominated by the Viceroy. So total 19 members, but here is 32 members, so remaining 13 members will be elected from separate electorate, special electorate, that 13 members from 2 businessmen will be selected and 6 zamindars and 5 Muslims, because Muslim League demanded the two demands to the Britishers that they want separate electorate. So Britishers agreed the 2 demands of the Muslim League and separate electorate was given for Muslims, where the representative and the voters will be only Muslims. So by this point all over India, Indian National Congress members and all over the freedom fighters were so much depressed, because Lord Minto played a mind game. So Lord Minto is called as the father of the communal representation politics in India. So this act is also known as the communal representation in Indian politics. So question will be asked, who was the father of communal representation politics? So at the time the Viceroy Lord Minto was the communal representation politics father. So this is about the structure of Morley-Minto reforms, where 32 non-official members and 28 official members. But who has the majority? Non-official members has the majority. But here you have to see one point. The 5 members in the non-official should be nominated by the Viceroy. So 28 plus 5, it becomes 33. So who is the majority in this? Official. So officials are the majority in the central legislature. So this was the structure. So now we see the provincial legislature. In states there were 7 provincial legislatures: Madras, Bombay, Bengal and United Province. Therefore these 4 provinces were additionally members were increased up to 50, and Punjab, Burma and Assam, these 3 provinces were given additional members for increased up to 30. So next we will see the central legislature structure in 1892, Indian Council Act of 1892. At that time discussions related to finance were allowed. In Indian Council Act of 1892 this was allowed, but voting on finance bill was not allowed at that time. And additional members were now allowed to question executive council members. They can question the executive council members, but supplementary questions were not allowed. It is the structure of 1892 Indian Council Act. So now we will see the central legislature Indian Council Act of 1909 Minto-Morley reforms. Discussion related to finance were now allowed as it is in the 1892, but voting on finance bill was also allowed. This was the change in the 1909, and additional members were now allowed to question executive council members. It was given in earlier only 1892 Act, but supplementary questions were also allowed. So 2 major change was happen in the Morley-Minto reforms. We have seen it. So friends, this is about the total brief discussion about the Minto-Morley reforms, how this central legislature, provincial legislature. So who was the Minto, who was Morley, and Viceroy's executive council, Indian member and the demands of Muslim League. So formation of Minto-Morley reforms. This all we have discussed in this topic in this video. So in the next video we will discuss about the one of the major reforms that is known as Indian Council Act of 1919, Montagu-Chelmsford reform. Montagu was the Secretary of State, like here Morley was the Secretary of State. In that Montagu will be the Secretary of State and the Chelmsford will be the Viceroy of India. So if you like this video, please share, like, subscribe and comment on it. I will meet you in a next video. Thank you friends.